Michael and the owner of the CJ Balloons and Party Beats. Alright. So, good evening po, Mr. Y. How are you tonight?
Okay naman.
Alright. Salamat po sa binigay niyong time for this interview. So, tell us what the CJ Balloon is all about.
CJ Balloon is all about rentals of party needs that people will need in every occasions, different occasions from birthdays, baptismal, mga kasal, mga debut, or any other corporate events and different occasions na nangangailangan ng support sa mga parties nila in terms of chairs and tables, mga catering needs, and all other like balloons as well.
So, what do you think is unique about your business kung compare natin sa similar other businesses?
The uniqueness of the CJ Balloon compared to other party needs, at least within Mabalacat, is I think we have the most number of different yung mga gamit na pinaparentals that range from chairs, tables, ranges of chairs and tables. We have canopies and tents that many or most of the party needs in Mabalacat ay wala silang ganun. We have party clowns. We also arrange like yung event management on a small scale, and we do arrangements sa mga lugar nila that we almost cater kung ano man ang okasyon na kakailanganin ng mga customers natin.
Lahat nandun na. So,
From birth to death actually, kinikater natin. Basta may okasyon sila o kaganapan sa kanilang mga pamilya o kanilang mga kumpanya.
So, from what I've seen so far, nakapag-host or cater na po kayo ng events. And from small to large events. Personally, I think that is considered a success.
Yes, because success is not only on achieving yung matagal na pagsiservice mo sa mga customers, but giving them the satisfactions. As many satisfied customers will be, these are the yung katulong mo para patuloy na lumalago ang yung business.
As we all know, every successful business venture started small. So, I've been meaning to ask you what inspired you to develop your business?
It all started with, actually it's not a rental party needs ang na-concept ko. When I was studying college, because I was late bloomer na tinatawag, late ako nag-aral. So one of my baby thesis then was a catering. Because way back when I was a teenager, I have experience in hotel, restaurant, and dining. So I thought that it would be easier for me having that experience to handle catering to customers. But then, the funding will require 2 months preparing for the utensils and all of that. So I thought of starting yung mga kailangan muna, mga gamit ng chairs and tables, mga seating discs, hanggang ma-build up namin. Then I thought that later on we will do catering. So we started very small, 50 tables and 50 chairs and few tables. And then as customers would require more number of chairs, so what we do is we will get a loan and then buy those needs for that particular events, and then go on and on and on. And then when we were able to have a chance to get bigger customers, so we thought of getting bigger loans, and we build up the number of chairs. So from 50 start, now we have around 1,700 chairs and about 300 tables, and so many linens that were used for designing. We have so many other party needs na pang-design sa mga events na ginagamit. So little by little, we developed it year on year as we started way back in 1994. Yes, so we started small and then got big. So funding-wise, we did not we did not start as looking for bigger fund to start. We started small and then build up until it reaches this height of the size of the business.
Alright. So, yun po yung start ng family niyo sa or pinaka-capital po
Yes.
sa business venture. So, location-wise po, how did you decide to
Location-wise, I've learned in marketing that you have to identify the area na magsiserve ka. So, first we limited to Mabalacat area and the peripheral. Sometimes a little mga border towns and cities like Angeles, Magalang, Bamban. So we cater them also, but mainly Mabalacat lang ang area namin. Yun ang pinocus namin area to start. Because when we started, there are only very few, less than 5 party list rentals are mostly in Angeles. In Mabalacat, we were the one who started the monoblock chairs. Before there were metal chairs, yung ano tawag dito, yung abaka yung wood made of rattan. So we were the one to introduce the monoblocks in Mabalacat, and little by little we were able to capture yung area na yon. So we want to limit it there, given that mas effective kung yung market mo is not so big and yet enough for yung size ng magnitude ng mga asset mo na ibibigay sa mga customers.
So, yung binanggit niyo po doon, may mga strategies na nababanggit. What strategies did you first use?
First, we use the what we call yung byword, word of mouth. Because in most of the business, ang unang customer mo dyan are your relatives, your friends of your friends, neighbors, and then comes yung mga friends ng mga naging customers mo. And yung other na neighbor na nakikita nila yung service namin, mayroon siyang pangalang CJ Balumas. So as they see it, as we pass by during our deliveries, then they start to inquire. We also, at that time, in 1994, mayroon pang landlines, so mayroon pang yellow pages noon. So we also adopted that strategy of advertising para malaman nila yung lugar namin. Then mostly satisfied customers are our advertising means para malaman ng ibang mga customers.
So, mostly through recommendations.
Yes, recommendations.
Sa paglaki po ng business, how did you first select your
Employee-wise, because this is a family self-employed business, we do most of the job, from order getting, processing, yung delivery. We do the delivery, then mostly ang mga employees namin dito are only the delivery crews. So it varies in number depending on the season. So during ang peak season namin dati is Christmas lang, where there are many occasions. But then when we add up, like when we include the tents, ang tents or canopies serve not only during the sunny days but also on the rainy days. So during slack period ng mga chairs, pumapasok yung mga ones. That's where we need most yung more number of delivery crews. Then another season is yung election. There, because during elections, yung mga nagka-campaign, so we need in our experience, from regular 2 or 3 counts up to 20 to 30 at times pag marami talaga yung mga orders. So selection of them is not very simple, not complicated as in office employee, because crew mainly yung kailangan nila, kaya nilang magbuhat, kaya nilang maglinis ng mga chairs after the events. So kailangan lang namin, ang kinukuha namin yung mga startups startup ng mga nagtatrabaho like yung mga out of school youth or yung mga nagsa-sideline during nag-aaral natin na nakukuha namin. So we, as a strategy in hiring is meron kami mga regulars and then may mga on-calls kami as reserves. So during peak season, mayroong tinatawag namin sila. So that's our strategy. So we keep them, we maintain them, palit-palitan sila para lahat sila mayroong work. Since nga mga part-timers ito, so parang tumutulong na rin kami sa mga like mga senior highs na or yung mga early college na panggabi. So yun ang parang share namin sa community to help to provide business job opportunities sa kanila. So that's our strategy in hiring.
That is great to hear po na as an entrepreneur, habang lumalaki yung business na nakatulong din po sa
Yes, that's correct.
Next question is, nagkaroon po ba kayo ng change of priorities nung nag-start na po kayo ng business?
Yes, actually I mentioned earlier na yung ang main business namin na plano is catering. When we already have this chance na mag-cater kami, we also did catering. But as I look at the opportunities at saka yung requirements financially, manpower, and all other factors, we decided that we will just stick to yung rentals. Right now, ayoko nang pumasok kami dun sa catering kasi yung catering, unlike rentals, medyo komplikado siya and may high risk ang catering. It's a good business but it's a high risk. And also, we added other business yung opportunities namin. So, naging core business namin pala, we added yung mga cakes. So, my wife studied how to bake cakes. So, we add that up para pag kumuha sila parang one-stop shop. Ang maging focus namin is more on tinaasan na namin for a mere rentals to yung parang event management on a smaller scale. So parang nag-step up kami. So there were cases that from tents, from chairs and tables, yung catering, yung mga lights and sounds, mga videos, mga with yung mga clowns na nagpe-perform. Nakukuha na namin yan as a one-stop shop package. So we are capable of doing that. Our biggest customer na nakuha namin doon is about up to 200 packs na party of that size.
So, with that said, in every business, there are ups and downs na po. Meron pong challenges na encounter along the way, pero masarap palalahanin yung challenges na pinagdaanan natin. Nung nagsisimula pa lang.
Oh yes, nung nagsisimula, ang problem namin is yun nga, yung sa funding. So since I mentioned that we started on few numbers of chairs, then you have bigger opportunities. So yung requirements of 300 chairs. So noon hindi pa kami nakapag-network sa mga katulad naming mga nagpapa-rentals. So what we do is talagang sarili namin. So yun nga nabanggit ko, yung biglaang funding na kailangan mo to buy those chairs. So what we did is we build up network sa mga kamukha namin nag-rentals. So pag nagkukulang, so yun ang to answer the challenge. The other challenge is yung erratic or yung season, biglang wala sa season, may bigla kang magkakaroon ng requirement na so big. So yung manpower mo, mobility, so those are the challenges. So to adjust that is yun nga, ang ginawa namin strategy is to build up a network also of mga part-timer workers wherein on board sila na hindi ka mahirapan sa mga sa kwan. The other challenge is, alam mo yun, when we have these occasions like yung mga public sa City Hall and mostly, pag public, it's an open field ang pinag-prepare mo. So, maraming mga nawawalang mga gamit, mga chairs and tables. And then, gusto mong i-please yung customer mo, you cannot just charge it to them. So those are the challenges. And then yung breakage na hindi mo ma-charge sa customer mo. So we just include them as always a learning process, part of the cost of doing business to adjust. So those are the some of the challenges na namin. And ngayon, ang pinaka-bigger challenge namin is yung last 2 years na pandemic. So from, say, if we will, yung pre-pandemic is 100%, in 2020, we were down to even to 5%, down, really down. No rentals at all, no business at all. Very few lang sa mga core business namin like yung balloons ang naiwan, or the rest talagang totally. That's the biggest challenge that hindi lang kami, most of the business have experienced it, but somehow we were able to cope up and slowly now nag-pick up ng mga business. Yun ang hindi mo makakalimutang challenges that's uncontrollable to sa part ng mga as owner of the business.
So, with experience and with all those knowledge, yung knowledge niyo po, lumalaki when it comes to managing the business. So, knowing what you know now, is there anything you would have done differently nung nagsisimula pa lang po kayo?
I think siguro nung nagsimula kami, we should have started yung with a bigger fresh capital para hindi ko start ng business. Parang we learned the hard way, so to speak, no? What is just good about it is at that time I am while I'm working and my wife is taking the regular operations of the business. Ako ay more on the yung preparing planning side. So I'm a marketing graduate. So I was able to apply yung mga theory na natutunan ko sa marketing, and also with my job since I'm in operations. So if I will be asked ngayon kung ano ang maibibigay ko sa mga startup is yun, yung mas maganda yung business nila, yun ang passion nila, gusto nilang gawin. Hindi yung napipilitan lang sila. Kasi pag gusto mo yung ginagawa mo, para ka lang naglalaro. You enjoy what you're doing, and the difficulty is nasa-set aside. Yun ang mga kailangan. And then strong will and determination. Many people would not understand that na yung mga nagbi-business na yung as compared to a worker who is 8 to 5, ang mga business, even small businesses, are working beyond. Minsan during peak season, you work really beyond the hour, as late midnight and as early as before dawn you already start working. But these are the factors wherein you will be able to survive in the business. So as advice or kung sa mga startup na business is tiyaga. Walang business na hindi magsasucess kung walang tiyaga. Maraming tiyaga, maraming malakas na determination, and that will help really to be successful in the business.
So, with all those years na minamanage na po yung business now, what have you enjoyed the most?
Many things. I enjoyed really even up to now when I deliver chairs and table to the customers, and then pagkatapos is you will hear from them comparing you to other suppliers. Parang masaya ka. And then or after the event, sasabihin magpapatayin ko sa'yo, and then they are referring you to their friends or to their relatives. That makes you happy. So yung customer satisfaction is the main na nagpapasaya dun sa mga kagaya namin siguro mga business owners.
So, pang-closing na question po natin. Para sa inyo po, what is success?
Well, success is, we can define success in many ways, but to me, success is a progressive, smaller success that slowly develops your business from small up to the level na kung saan mo siya gusto. Because in business, there's no stopping. Uh, mm, Usually when you start a business, you have a goal. But when you are about to reach that goal and you already have built up, then the goal starts to, so small progress are yung achievement ng, that I can say the success of the business.
It feels good to hear po. Salamat po kasi nakakain po mismo. Magamit ko po yung mga words of wisdom galing po sa inyo. So that concludes my interview, Mr. Rodrigo. Thank you po.
So welcome anytime. We are willing to share. Like in my case, I'm always willing to share whatever I have as long as they find it relevant and helpful in any endeavor, even other businesses. I'll be glad to share.
Good evening, this is Jamaica Waher from BTV.TV, and from the interview that we have just done, I have made a few insights, mostly because I was ecstatic about interviewing my uncle who is a businessman, and I got to see a different side to him that I've never been able to see before. So Mr. Rodolfo Wahe, as we can see from how he delivered his answers, it shows just how enthusiastic he is about his business, and that he already has an expound insights when he is answering my questions. Maybe because malawak na din yung knowledge niya, considering na matagal na siya sa business, ilang years na din, and more than that, he studied what he has applied to his business. Pinag-aralan niya yung mga theories na nagagamit niya hanggang ngayon sa business. Madami akong natutunan sa kanya sa maikling time na in-interview ko siya, mostly about how he started maliit na business which grew and grew to become the largest catering business here in Mabalacat. He mentioned na madami na din siyang napagdaan ng challenges, and dahil uncle ko siya, alam ko na nagsimula din siya sa hirap, kasi hindi naman sila mayaman dati, dahil alam ko yung story nila, pero dahil sa perseverance niya, ayun, talagang lumago yung business nila. Actually, family business yun. Siya talaga yung nag-start. And one thing that is very important na nai-reflect ko sa pag-uusap namin is that when it comes to business ventures like this, you really have to be passionate about what you do. You have to do what you like and put your heart to it. Kasi nga naman, totoo na, kung gusto mo yung ginagawa mo, hindi ka mawawalan ng motivation na kumayod ng kumayod to reach your goals. No matter how hard it is, you will still believe that in the end, you will achieve something big. And that is the essence of being an entrepreneur. Hindi ka malilimit sa pwede mong abutin, and that being an entrepreneur, you can always dream big. That is all for my reflection. Thank you.